Who's been the most active fintech investor so far in 2023? The answer is a little bit surprising because a lot of the large multi-stage funds have actually shifted their strategy. So the answer is it's FinVC. They've done a total of 43 investments so far, whereas some other large multi-stage firms have done less. So what's changed? Well, large multi-stage funds really prefer to write Series A and B checks. That's a better way to deploy larger dollar amounts and to scale their partners' time. It's very hard to write seed checks, which tend to be smaller, and then do more of them, which then also takes up more of their partner time. So if you've got a really large, like say $1 billion fund, it's just hard to do seed as a strategy. So why did they do it? Well, back in 2021, when the market was much hotter, they pulled out of Series A's and B's where they'd rather spend their time and went earlier. And I say this was not a core strategy change so much as a pricing exercise, because when the market was hot, Series A's were happening just a few months after seeds at a significant markup with little being de-risked. So even though you preferred to write checks later stage, it was very, very hard to do in a hot market because you were paying high prices without anything being de-risked. So what's changed now is the market has cooled off. So if you're a large multi-stage fund, you don't need to get pushed down into seed. Instead, you can go back to the A's and B's that you're more comfortable with. If you look at some of the other investors, though, they have core dedicated strategies in the category. So there are still pre-seed and seed funds who spend 100% of their time there. That's me. They don't always show up in the league tables because those rounds often get announced later or are on safes. So the folks you tend to see are people who do investing across stages and have dedicated funds for that. FinVC has Regatta, which is their early stage pre-seed and seed strategy. They're now on fund 2. They've been running it for a while. I expect them to keep running it for a while. And so I expect to see them as one of the top investors in fintech for the next few years, although that wasn't the case a few years ago. Interesting for folks to see, like, A, who are some of the most active fintech investors right now, and B, who is active at the pre-seed and seed and why that's changed from before. So, but if you're a founder, remember, you don't want to just go for the most active fintech investors. You want to find the right partner for you at the stage. I tend to think the best partners for pre-seed and seed founders are folks who are fully dedicated on that category, because that's where they know how to spend their time and they love spending their time. Other folks who kind of dip in and out, I think, can be more difficult partners. Your mileage may vary, and it very much depends on your relationship with individual partners and the specific needs of your company. So the best thing to do is always meet with lots of folks and make sure you're getting lots of recommendations from other founders and investors. So hope that's helpful, and it'll be interesting to see who's doing what investments in what categories in 2024.